This is the first time I'm flying out of Haneda Airport. Today I'll be flying one of Japan's boutique airlines, a rather small fleet operating around several cities within Japan and also a few international destinations. Starflyer was founded in 2002, originally known as Kobe Airlines. In 2013, ANA was the largest shareholder of the company, which meant I was able to book this flight and earn miles with Star Alliance. The current information that I can see is the only regularly served international flight is to Taipei, while chartered flight to South Korea is also being operated. I found out that Haneda Airport has a vending machine section with ramen, pizza and other selection of foods available, so I wanted to go check it out since Japan is the capital of vending machines after all. It was difficult to find information as to whether there was any vegetarian options. Some forums and websites were saying that there were, but when I got there, unfortunately there wasn't any vegetarian ramen option, which is a little bit of a shame as I believe the other machine by the train station does offer that option. A very good morning here from Tokyo Haneda Terminal 1. You are joining me here at the observation deck. As you can see, it's an excellent view up here. Today I'll be flying a very unique airline here in Japan, and I would kind of say that they are kind of a boutique airline here in Japan. They are not very well known. They have a very small fleet of aircraft that is operating around Japan. But from what I've seen initially, they are quite a like a luxury airline kind of thing. It's not business class, but it's definitely better than a regular economy class. So I'm excited to check it out. Let's go check it. I have 1 more hour to go before departure, so let's go and check it and find out what they are all about. So a little bit of a background with Starflyer. I don't really know too much, but I'll probably add on a B-roll or something and I'll explain a little bit more. But from what I've seen is they operate a completely A320 fleet. I believe they may have operated internationally before, but they have since downscaled to domestic only. I'm not sure whether I'm flying the A320ceo or the neo today, so I guess we will find out. And basically they are kind of like a partner with ANA. I am able to redeem my miles. Well, not redeem my miles. I can earn miles with ANA. I hope I've pressed the button. And yeah, I think it's like touch sensitive. It's very weird, and it's very tall or very high, so it's a little bit scary. But Starflyer has a fleet of Airbus A320s with 10 existing A320-200 and 1 A320neo. 5 more A320neos are in order, which will be replacing the existing A320-200s. they have opted for an all-economy cabin with 150 seats, with each row coming with a generous 34 inches or 86 centimeters of pitch, which is very generous in the industry and is usually reserved for elite flyers such as Air New Zealand with their A320s with their first few rows. We'll be going into more details for the in-flight service and the IFE system in just a little bit. So I've been trying to look for the check-in desk for Starflyer, and it is on the southern part of the check-in wing, not chicken wing, but check-in wing. They are south and north, so they are located on the south, and you can kind of find by looking at they are all the way over there. So if you're looking for the check-in, it's over on the other side, the south wing, at the very end. Morning. Alright, I am all through security and just waiting for the boarding. So let's talk a little bit about Starflyer. So they are a codeshare partner of ANA. So you can earn miles with any Star Alliance airlines or frequent flyer programs. And I'm not sure whether you can redeem miles, but I'm sure you can probably do it if you are doing it through like ANA and maybe some other partner airlines that they partner with. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, they operate a fleet of A320 aircrafts. They have the A320ceo, A320neo, but I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to be boarding today, so I'll find that out when we board. So going through security, it's a bit interesting. So firstly, after you have checked in, they give you 3 different papers, one for the baggage tag, if you are checking any luggage, and then one of your boarding pass, and then the yellow slip for the security pass. So I'm not sure why there are so many papers. They didn't seem to check this yellow paper. They only check the boarding pass that I have to scan when going through security. So I'm not quite sure what is the purpose of the yellow slip, but it does say that you cannot lose this. So I will keep a good eye on it. And yeah, you can also bring liquids through if you are curious. Flying on domestic, you are able to bring liquids. And this one is, I'm trying to find how big is this bottle, but I can't seem to find it. But it's definitely more than like 300-400 milliliters. It's probably like, I'm not sure, like maybe 400 I would say. But yeah, basically what they did was they told me to take it out, and then they kind of tap it on the machine, and yeah, it just kind of, I guess, scan whether there is any like explosives or any of those things inside here. But yeah, I haven't opened the bottle, so it's basically sealed. And yeah, they just let me through after they have tapped the bottle on the, I found it, it's 330 milliliters. So yeah, you can bring liquids through, it's fine. I think most domestic airlines allow you to do that. And I'm just making sure that I'm not missing my flight because I don't understand what they're saying in Japanese and they don't announce it in English. So just need to keep an eye out on the gate. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not much else to report on. Boarding should start in about maybe about a couple of minutes time, I'm not sure, but we are 23 minutes from departure, so I would assume we are going to be boarding very soon. I know they are very efficient, but I'm not quite sure they are able to like board everyone in like 5 minutes, so yeah. Alright, I'll check back in when we board the aircraft.
ありがとうございます。関西空港にグループ3番ご案内しております。
こんにちは。
はい、どうぞ。段取りが27列目までございます。いらっしゃいませ。
Hello and welcome on board the Starflyer A320, and initial impression, crew is very nice, seat is comfortable, it's a little bit firm, but the seat pitch is really good. We have plenty of leg room here, as you can see, so that is really good. And there are a lot of seat features here, so let's quickly run through them. We have got an IFE screen on each seat, a USB charging port, a little cup holder on the side, and coat hook, an IFE remote screen, control I mean, and then we have got a bifold tray table, and then we have got some storage pouches over here, a small one and a big one, and then a leg rest as well. So that is definitely a very comfortable way to fly domestically. This is also an economy product, so definitely it's a little bit above average on what you usually get for an economy class seat, especially on like a legacy carrier like, you know, ANA, JAL, that sort of carrier. You wouldn't get definitely like the leg rest and that sort of thing. So that is definitely like one big plus point for Starflyer, and yeah, I can see the appeal why people would choose to fly Starflyer, since it is definitely a much better way to fly. So I want to address a little bit about the color scheme for Starflyer, because if you haven't noticed, everything is black. So the Starflyer, the background is black. So I guess that's the theme that they are going for. And as you can see, the entire cabin is laid out in black. And I suppose if you're going through some, say, reward scheme, some of them, they do offer like a black tier kind of membership, but I'm not sure whether membership is the right word for it, but as you know, like if you've got like a black card, whether it's like in a casino or whatever, it's like one of the top tier, so I'm not sure whether that's what they're trying to go for, but that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. But yeah, it's a very interesting color choice for Starflyer, and I guess it works for some parts, but I'm not sure painting everything black is like a good thing. There's definitely like parts where it's good to have black, but to have everything painted black is a little bit too much in my opinion. Now talk about Japanese efficiency. We started boarding about 15 to 20 minutes before departure, and they closed the door 5 minutes before departure, and we started our pushback 2 minutes before departure. So we are for an early departure from Tokyo Haneda to Osaka Kansai today. Flight time is approximately 1.5 hours, and there is a reason why I chose the right side of the aircraft. Hopefully, if the weather is clear enough, we will get a good view of Mount Fuji. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be able to get a glimpse of that. But as you can see, we are making our way to the runway right now, and I'm not too sure what the service is going to be for this flight, but I guess we will have to wait and see. Alright, we have just gone past Mount Fuji, and I have to say it did not disappoint. It was spectacular. Even though there are some clouds obstructing kind of like from the middle of the mountain downwards, so You can still see like probably about half of the mountain, and yeah, it has its beauty in that. And yeah, I'm really glad that I was able to catch a view of Mount Fuji. So service has already, well, it's probably about to finish, but I have a cup of cherry juice, so I'm going to give it a taste and see how it is. They do offer a couple of selections for their drinks. I think there are like 2 or 3 hot beverages, and then another 2 or 3 cold beverages. So I've decided to go with cherry juice, since that's quite a unique drink. It's probably unique to Japan. So I thought, why not just give it a try and see how it is. So yeah, taste test time. So it is a little bit sweet, a little bit sour. It's a very weird flavor. I mean, it's not like particularly bad, but yeah, it's definitely a bit of a weird flavoring. I guess some people might like it, some people might not. I could live without it. But yeah, I mean, when in Japan, right? Now, while Starflyer does fit each seat with an IFE screen, it is not the most intuitive nor updated system out there. The in-flight map is static and the UI is fairly outdated. There seems to be live TV channels, which there are 12 to choose from. I'm not entirely sure, but it seems to be. There are also 8 audio channels to choose from. I'm fairly certain earphones were not provided, but regardless, there were no English channels, so it wouldn't be much of use to me. I think this is one of the weaker aspects of Starflyer in terms of their hard product. While the drinks option could also do with some additional options, especially if it is an international sector, service-wise it was within the Japanese standard, but the only issue was the crew didn't speak English, which I can understand given that Starflyer primarily focusing on the domestic network, so they don't usually attract foreign flyers on their network. Another little quirk that I found is that Japanese pilots don't make cabin announcements, which was really unusual for me when I first flew on this domestic route, which I later found out that may be a norm. Overall, I think Starflyer is a solid choice for a comfortable flight with great legroom, and if your priority is seat comfort and space, this would be a good option. Of course, this being Japan, you can always go with the Shinkansen for a less stressful airport hassle. I also flew with Japan Airlines on the way back, so make sure to subscribe for that video coming up next. Starflyer done, and I am here in Osaka Kansai International. So what do I think of them? They are a pretty good airline. The staff was friendly and attentive. Definitely wouldn't hesitate to fly them again.